I'm sure you're all familiar with the weather guy who stands in front of a green or blue screen and looks at a picture of himself on the monitor. What he sees is himself in front of the weather map. This is done with blue screen, green screen, or chroma key. Chroma key is basically a color mask. I'm going to show you a kind of offbeat sample just to prove my point. I have here a picture of a bird, a seagull, against a gray sky background. I also have this video clip of an idyllic summer day in the park. I want to put the bird in this scene. Since this is one color, basically, or maybe a range of colors, it will be very easy for the chroma keyer to filter out the background and allow us to place this bird in the park below. Let's go to the Effects tab on the bird track and open up the chroma keyer. We have now added our first video track FX, track 1. Vegas uses a plug-in chain, which we can access here. If we wish to remove this plug-in from the list, we can remove it here. If we want to add, we can add any of the plug-ins that we have installed on our system. We can layer them, put them in a particular order, change that order. As many effects as our computer can handle, that's how many Vegas can handle. Back to chroma key. Chroma key comes with 5 different presets: blue screen, green screen, pure red screen, pure green screen, pure blue screen. Note that they don't have any effect on this particular image. So what we're going to do is choose a range of colors from this image with the color picker. First, we're going to turn chroma key off. Click the eyedropper tool, and you'll note that you can select a fairly broad range of rectangle with the color picker. Now, put the chroma keyer back on, and you can see that you have this image overlaid on the park background beneath. There are some settings that we need to tweak in order to get it to display appropriately. The low threshold and the high threshold. In other words, what's being filtered out by the mask. And we also have blur. We can blur the amount of the transition pixels. Here's another approach for getting it just right. Turn the blur up about 1/3 of the way. Then work with your high threshold till you see all of the image that you want. In the previous version, we lost a lot of the detail in the upper wings here that we can now see. And then work with the low threshold to filter out all the stuff that we don't want to see. Interesting, in this particular case, it looks best with the high threshold below the low threshold. You have to trust your eye, but you're going to have to render this to see how it ultimately looks. Now we can bring the blur down. And that looks pretty good. Note also that this is keyframeable. I think what we're going to do is just fly this guy in. This is a still image, but I think we can fly him in from small to large and make it look really good. So let's go to our pan crop. There he is. Chroma key. Quick and dirty, but very effective. And it doesn't have to be blue screen or green screen. It could be with any color as long as you've got a solid background. Chroma key in Vegas.